Get ready. 3 seconds to go. Start. Christiana and Gavin were twins. They lived in Fridley, Minnesota, in a big house with a big yard and big city trees. Before the city grew around it, the house had been part of a huge farm. Even now there was still a garden and lots of room where wild things grew. There was even an old stone well that had once supplied water from the farmhouse. On their 80th birthday, the twins received an unusual present from their mother. I was, I am kidding you, a rattlesnake. Now, most people would think that a rattlesnake is the most terrible, horrible gift anyone could get on their birthday, but not Christiana and Gavin. And here's why. Their mother was a herpetologist, which is a big word that means a scientist who studies snakes and other scaly creatures. The twins were used to things that slithered and hissed and felt cold to touch. Their mother explained that this rattlesnake was very special one. It was the last of its kind, a snake that had been part of a very top secret government experiment many years before. The government wanted to increase the intelligence of some rattlesnakes so that they could be used as spies in desert countries. The experiment worked sort of. The snake became very smart and could communicate with humans using their rattles as a code. One rattle meant yes, two rattles meant no, three rattles meant well. It could mean many things. For the twins, it would come to mean something really important, which I will tell you about later. There was one big problem with that government experiment years ago. When the rattlesnakes became smart, they also lost their poison. They could no longer defend themselves against the other creatures of the desert. Those that were released into the wild were never heard from again, and now there was only one very old, very smart rattlesnake left. The twins named him Bob. Bob lived in a large aquarium that the twins kept in their bedroom. The first thing they did every day when they came home from school was run to their room and say hello to Bob. They would find him coiled up, his little forked tongue flicking the air, his black eyes eager to see them. They would ask him about his day. Have you been lonely? One rattle, yes. Did any bad animals try to eat you? Two rattles, no. Would you like to play? One very excited rattle. Hide and go seek was their favorite game. Bob was very good at it. He could hide in places the twins would never look, and he was so smart he could always find them in the places where they hid. They only played the game inside the house because outside there were hawks and foxes and dogs who would love to eat a rattlesnake that couldn't defend itself. After they finished playing, Bob would give them three rattles. And do you want to know what those three rattles meant? They meant I love you. One very sunny spring day, the twins came home from school and ran to their bedroom. But to their surprise, Bob was not in his aquarium. They looked everywhere for him. They looked in all the places he hid when they played hide and seek. They even looked in all the places he was too smart to hide, like the stove and the microwave and the dishwasher. They couldn't find him anywhere. Bob! Gavin called, Bob, where are you? But he heard no rattle in reply. Then Christiana noticed that the back door was open, just the littlest bit, but wide enough for an old rattlesnake to slither through. The twins ran outside into the bright sunlight. Because it was spring, everything was growing big and green and wild, and there so many places for a snake to hide. If that's what a snake wanted to do, Bob, the twins called, we can't play hide and seek out here. It's too dangerous. No, rattle, rattle, rattle. To let them know Bob had heard. They peered under the steps. They crawled through the garden. They dug among the shrubs. They even looked up into the branches of the oaks and the elms. Although rattlesnakes are not very good at climbing trees, but they could not find Bob anywhere. Then a shadow appeared on the ground, circling and circling. The twins started up into the sky. Above them flew a hawk, a deadly enemy of snakes everywhere. "Oh, Gavin," cried Christiana, "if that hawk sees Bob, it will snatch him up with its talons, and Bob will become hawk food. We can't let that happen. We have to find him," Gavin said, "and we have to find him now." "How?" Christiana asked. "We have looked everywhere," Gaviana said. "This is a mystery. To solve a mystery, we need to find the clues." Full stop.